I've actually had some context on this story because the person that wrote this story actually messaged me on Instagram. So I have had communication with the person that wrote this story and I'm so excited to read it. Basically, you can, if you ever want to send in a story, you can attach pictures, and they sent a screenshot of a text that was sent. And I haven't read the story, I have only read the text. And everyone I have read the text to so far has been flabbergasted. I literally was reading it crying, laughing. So I hope it is actually something we can laugh about. Otherwise, I've taken it way out of context. And she has given me permission to read it out. I also have a picture of what these people look like as well. So that's so fun. And might I add, gorgeous girl. So this story is titled, Am I the arsehole for stealing my friend's boyfriend? I don't know. Let's read. So I love this. Before you grab your pitchforks, hear me out. I, 20 female at the time, had just ended a 2-year relationship and it was in a rebound friends with benefits situation. Okay, sweet pea. Do we all know what friends with benefits are? Do you know what they are, Lizzie? Okay, good. As long as we're all on the same page here. So, I was in this FWB situation with, that does not feel right, friends with benefits situation with a guy who we will call Dave. Welcome, David. One day, he introduced me to his close friend, Amy, who somehow became a small post of our group over Discord calls and group chats. Who became a small... I don't understand that, but we move. A couple of months later, Amy was visiting from the UK. Okay, UK. She was dating a guy who we will call Steve, who is 19. Now, when I first met Steve, I wasn't exactly swooning. But the more we talked, the more I realised we were basically cut from the same cloth. Same college, same field, same vibe. The vibes are immaculate. Amy flew back. Steve naturally became a part of our group. So, question, is Amy and Steve in the UK together? Or is Steve in this country? We shall divulge. Amy flew back. Steve naturally became a part of our group. Coincidentally, my due job was just a minute from his house. We're in the same country. So we started hanging out more. We'd get lunch, coffee breaks, and maybe a little bit too much accidental quality time, you dirty little dog. Here's where it gets messy. Oh, and the lunch dates weren't messy. Okay. Amy wasn't exactly girlfriend of the year. When has she ever been girlfriend of the year? In fact, I'd say she was a nightmare. She had cheated on Steve multiple times, boo, yet somehow refused to let him go. It wasn't that he was still in love with her, he was stuck. Every time he tried to leave, she'd manipulate, guilt trip, and trap him into staying. What a nasty young woman. He was exhausted and done with her and desperate to break free. We're breaking free, we're so... This is not the first time I've sung that song on this podcast. This is a long story, buckle in, guys. Then came a stormy December night, literally. Floods left me stranded at work and Steve came to rescue me. Ooh, in a boat. Taking me to his place until I could get home. The car ride? Electric. Was it an electric car? Was the vibes electric? We talked about everything. His toxic relationship, our lives, our dreams. At one point, he looked at me. I looked at him. And for a split second, the world stopped. This is so fun. But we turned away. Oh, so it was like a... No. Sorry, I've just realised my bag's still here. That's all right. You can stay there, babe. Staring at me. So, he was technically still taken. I see that, sissy boo. I see that sissy boo shine. It's a tough one. I've had friends in this situation and, you just can't deny your feelings sometimes. Fast forward a month, drinks were had, inhibitions were lowered, and I sent Steve that text. The one where I told him he deserved better and that he should finally break up with Amy. His response, is that you asking me out? My response, yes. A week later, Amy was out of the picture and Steve was mine. 3 years later, we're still together and I have zero regrets. Did I steal him? Maybe, but let's be real. He was a prisoner in that relationship and I just handed him the key. Oh! What a line. What a line. Then I have a picture of them both. Now, I believe that there is more to this story. Yeah, here we go. So there is more. First of all, you should take up creative writing because that was spectacular. From the get-go, the car ride, electric. Oh, it's like a ACOTAR book. Right, here we go. So this is a continuation. If you thought Amy was just another bitter ex, think again. Not only did she cheat on Steve multiple times, but once we got together, ruining our relationship became her full-time job. A couple of months in, Amy found out about us, and from that moment, it was war. One night, Steve and I were at a concert with my best friend, Alan, his girlfriend, my sister, and a few friends. After we hit up a resto bar, Lizzie, get on what the heck that is. So for those of you wondering, a resto bar is a combination of a restaurant and a bar, which is right, it's called a resto bar. The more you learn. So I get this DM from a private account, no name, no picture, completely untraceable. This girl, let's call her Stacey, claimed Steve was cheating on me, sending her pics, sexting her on Snapchat, and the whole 9 yards. She even had proof. Who are these people using Snapchat? Now, I trust my man, but I wasn't about to let it slide without receipts. Can I just add that these two people, that Steve and the writer, are beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Stacey sends me a pic of Steve in his boxers, but something was off. Steve had bulked up a lot since COVID, and this picture, it was at least 3 years old. Turns out Stacey was none other than Amy. She had dug up old pictures of Steve that he had sent her from when they were dating and used them in a fake cheating scandal. Is that distributing indecent images? Can we get her sent to jail? She still wasn't done. Since that failed miserably, Amy got her friend to text both me and Steve, threatening us. Okay, here we go. This is the text. Since that failed miserably, Amy got her friend to text both me and Steve, threatening us with some unhinged nonsense. The message was wild, a mix of body shaming, STD accusations, and some weird threats about my mum. Honestly, I could not make this shit up. I have attached the screenshot of the message. Shall we read the message now? Okay. Right. This is the text I've read, guys. I really need you to buckle in. So this is Amy's friend who is texting Steve and the writer. Give me a second to compose myself. Joe, are you ready? Joe's not heard this either. I'm going to try and do this without laughing. You know Regina George, she's like, Katie Heron is a ugly fucking slut. That's how I imagine this. Here we go. You stank ass whore. You just loves the idea of your man fucking you while thinking about her because he knows you ugly. And he said it as well. He loves my ass. He probably waiting for you to get a yeast infection. Then he gonna go fuck your mum next. LMAO, your pathetic ass can suck his nasty ass non-circumcised cock. He probably got an STD now. Fucking a gorilla looking ass disgrace for a female like you. One phone call to your mum, you're done for. Don't piss her off or she will do it. I'm sorry, my favourite part of this. LMAA, your pathetic ass can suck his nasty ass non-circumcised cock. He probably got an STD now, fucking a gorilla looking ass disgraced female like you. First of all, woman, use some punctuation. My girl here is writing me this absolute piece of novel, like, thank you, Lizzie, literature. You can't even add a comma. LMAO, comma. Your pathetic ass can suck his nasty ass circumcised cock, comma. He probably got an STD now from fucking a gorilla looking ass disgrace of a female like you. I would have personally put an exclamation mark there. And also, just so you know, hon, you do have to put a capital letter after a full stop. I know you can use commas because you have used one here when it says one phone call to your mum, comma, you're done for. So you know how to use punctuation for dramatic effect. You just have chose not to. Right, so that's the text. I actually can't believe that. I would love... imagine writing that out. She thinks she did a big one with that. So strange. Anyway, guess what? 3 years later, she's still going. Right, Amy needs a restraining order. Or a job, whichever comes first. She tried everything, fake accounts, fake friendships, even trying to slide back into Steve's life. Blocking her on every platform wasn't enough of a sign that we want nothing to do with her. At this point, all I can do is sit back and wonder, how much free time does this woman have? Well, not enough to learn how to use commas correctly, because here she is. I think you need to... Oh, I don't know what you need to do. I think you need to block her number, that woman ass that sent the text, because strange. What is also really funny is in the screenshot at the bottom, it says message copied. So I know that message got put in a group chat somewhere, and I'm so proud of you for doing that, because also that's evidence. She threatened you many, many times. Amy has a lot of spare time. She's clearly very unhappy with her life, and you would be 19 at the time, so now you'd be 24, 25, to be behaving in such a manner whilst the frontal lobe has developed. Boring, uneducated, unclassy, uninteresting, to be honest. Do something with your life, sis. Have you started buying a house? Have you started saving for a house yet? How much money have you got in your pension? These are the questions we need to be asking, you fucking weirdo. Not sending messages like that. Yeah, okay, these are what you start to think about when you become a grown person. I hope you and Steve are not bothered by it at all and just learn that, oh, she's crazy. You know, I'd maybe if you're so lucky to get married, make sure she's in some sort of confined institution, because I fear she may turn up, or you're going to need like security or something. You know what? If you pay for my flight, I'll do it. We can make it a podcast episode. But thank you so much for sending that story in. That is absolute, like I say, a piece of literature that you've written there. And I really hope that the job that you're doing is in writing, because you're such a good story writer.
Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa.